Hello, 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 hello. Hey, happy Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. I am SusanShineCarlin. This is the Daily Vibe Ride, and my biz is shineonsoulcenter.com. All right, so thanks for joining me today. And I will do the usual. I'll start with dog barking. No. Shh. All right. I'll do the usual where I start with gratitude. And I'm going to be thankful that my dogs go back to sleep. Okay, so I'm going to keep it really simple with gratitude. Shh. Savage. She's savage. She will eat you if you come uninvited. Anyway, okay. I'm just thankful that I have 2 hands and 2 feet. I am thankful that I have food in the fridge and that I have a fridge. I am thankful that even though my roots are grown out, that I have hair that I can dye. I am thankful to have health and abundant breath right now. And I am thankful for the clothes on my back. And you know, sometimes it's just the little things. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm thankful for you all also. And yesterday I guess I got a little giddy and I forgot to tell you guys the 3rd thing. And it's nice because it splashes over quite beautifully into today's content and theme. And so the 3rd thing, yesterday's theme was on healing. And the 3rd thing is that I left off yesterday was about light. And like you'll see my light here, the sunlight. So light produces a lot of emotional and physical healing as well. And so if you set an intention, I have set an intention, I'll keep it to me, to be very particular about how the sun comes in my house and certain lights that I keep on at night or, you know, throughout the afternoon. And so, and making a direct decision to get into the sunlight every day outside, even when it's cloudy, to soak up those UV rays. So that was the 3rd trick that I forgot to raise your vibe in the healing category with light. And the other really cool thing I'll mention about light that I learned years ago as a helping my kid get to sleep at night. So we, our brains have a direct correlation, of course, to light. And so when you wake up in the morning, if you blast yourself with light, either natural light or artificial light, it really helps your brain wake up. And then conversely, when you go to sleep at night, and this helped with getting my kiddo to bed, so you guys that have little ones, this was like a miracle worker for a kid that did not want to go to bed. And so what I did was I started methodically lowering the lights in the house as bedtime approached. And what that does subconsciously, or maybe even consciously, is your brain just kind of starts to relax and shut down a bit. So you can manipulate your environment with the lighting to either wake up or to chill out, but light has a huge factor. And then I sleep in total darkness typically, so that my brain can actually, my subconscious can do its whatever it needs to do, you know, in the sleep world. So those are some tricks, little extra light stuff there. Okay, so that was from yesterday, but today's theme is about environment. And so, you know, the light plays obviously into our environment. And so my first trick, and we are going to do cards today, I'm going to do them at the end, but my first trick is about crystals, okay, the power of minerals, the power of stones. And that they can actually contribute to raising your vibe. And I'll tell you guys a story. I inherited from my dad this big, beautiful, like seriously, this big around, beautiful amethyst tube. It was like a tree trunk filled with amethyst, and it was probably, yeah, about this long. So it was this big, beautiful piece. And I came home one day, and I guess what happened was my little big girl over here accidentally knocked it down, and it shattered into all these different pieces. And where this big, beautiful piece used to sit obviously in just one part of my house, when it broke into all these pieces, and it's so sentimental to me, I'm on my hands and knees, like I'm digging up little teeny tiny pieces. There's big chunks. And what was really cool about that is that I was able to distribute that energy in all these different pieces around the house. I've given a few pieces to really special people in my life so that, like my dad's good vibes, you know, continue in their house too. And so I think that's a good lesson in life. You know, sometimes when things seem tragic, they're often for the best. So, and I don't know everything there is to know yet about minerals and all of their qualities, but I do know that I can be drawn to certain stones, whether it's a jewelry piece or just something that resonates with me. So I would just say, listen to your gut, and because there's a lot of powerful energy in stones. I feel like I'm going to cough. I might. I did it. Okay. And so, the other thing I found when I was on my hands and knees, like I don't want to vacuum up one piece of this beautiful amethyst. And so I had it like all over my hands. I had little shards kind of stuck in my palms. It was in my hair. It was everywhere. And I could feel the healing, the amazing. It was overwhelming. Like if you could OD on good vibes, it was crazy when I was cleaning up that amethyst, how overtook I was with that energy. So, so there's that for you. And then I thought I'd show you one of my favorite pieces here. It's almost like a big moon with a tooth that was part of this huge piece originally that rests in my bedroom now. And just having it this close, I can feel the good vibes. So find yourself some stones or minerals that kind of resonate with you, and it definitely can contribute to raising your vibe. And also, I find that touching the stones actually is more of a conduit for raising that vibe, for having that energy, because everything has energy. Okay, so that's number one. And then number two was, I was inspired by someone else that I'll keep their info private, but I deliberately, during this time of sheltering in, went around my room. And I started on one wall, and I set an intention to really change the energy in that space for the positive. And I just started on one area, and I began moving things around. And so again, with our environment, and I've heard this multiple times over this period of the pandemic from other spiritual people, that this is a really good time to move some things around, you know, to kind of start a restart. It's kind of what we're going through right now, right? As a restart. And so to do that with your space, so I did that up in my room, and the most amazing thing happened. I just started on one wall, and then I worked myself around, and I started bringing things in from other places in the house. I even put furniture up on my balcony that was in the front yard and created this oasis on my teeny tiny balcony off my bedroom. And it was really, really amazing how much the energy in my room changed. And when I woke up in the morning, I was so excited. And it just continues since I went through and just started moving things where it felt right. So I'd encourage you guys to do that if you'd like. It's a good way to raise your vibe for sure. I love my space now. And okay, so those two things plus yesterday's thing. And then I'm going to do 5 spirit animal cards. So whether you watch this now or later, pick your card, and that will be whatever you need to hear for today. And pick an intention or ask a question, whatever you want to do. But before I do the cards, I also got a nudge to do something a little different. And I'm doing, for the balance of this month, so whatever we've got, about 3 weeks left, on Fridays, I'm going to do 3 free readings. Free reading Fridays. 3. That's hard to say. So if you go to my website, shineonsoulcenter.com, up on the left-hand side of the home menu, and this does better. My website is a work in progress. The mobile version isn't so hot, but on a PC you can see this tab that has a special code for discounts. And right now I'm going to do free readings over the phone, and I also have deeply discounted services too that are over the phone right now. So if you guys want to do that, it's just my way of giving back right now during this interesting time. Felt like that was important to do. And also, a lot of people, even some of my friends have said, well, how can you do a phone reading? Well, they're actually even better. I've done readings in New York. I've done readings all kinds of, across, I'm in California, they're, on the other side of the nation. And it doesn't matter to me. People like to be in person, but the thing about doing a phone reading is it's actually more pure, because like my human brain isn't distracted by your, what you're wearing, the way you look, the way you smell, whatever it is. And most importantly, I'm not distracted by your, hey, Ken, your facial expressions. So so it's good. If you guys want to do that, it's there for you for free with whatever is still available for the month. So Ken, I'm so happy to see you, my buddy. Good old days. Okay. All right. So 5 cards, pick your number, 1 to 5, ask yourself a question, and off we go. And then I'll have your empowering statement for you later too. Okay. I'm going to move this big guy and the glitter. It's still kind of fragile from its, I'll call it a rebirth. Okay. Hey, Eros. Love that you're on. Okay, so for you number oneers, I'll pull the 5 cards and then I will go back and go over them for you. Okay. And let me see. I need to extend my snooze and figure out how to interact with you guys better, because I'm not even, hello. I'm not showing up quite yet. Oh, there I am. Hey, Kevin, thank you for the kind words there. I'm seeing him now. Mike, thank you. All right. I love it when you guys interact. I wish we could do, I think I posted something like, I wish they made Zoom book. So you guys could all be like chatting with me at the same time. That would make me a lot happier. But either way, I'm glad you're here. Okay. And again, with the spirit animal cards, I just pull one for myself typically in the morning until I started doing this Facebook Live. And so there's some that I haven't even seen yet. And I have to, or maybe I've pulled them once, so I have to refer back to my book to give you guys good, accurate information about the meaning of these cards. And then usually something else kind of seems to poke up from time to time with the cards, intuitively as well. Okay, let's get number 4 out the door. That's a great one. Okay, last call. Pick a number, 1 to 5. Hey, Haroon. Oop. I don't know if I'll ever get over being nervous doing this, but it's worth it. I just know, again, if, my palms are sweating and I feel like I'm going to throw up in my mouth a little bit, that I'm on the right track. So, hey, what's a comfort zone anyway, right? Who needs one? Okay, last one. Here we go. And thank you everybody for all this positive feedback too. I look at everybody's comments, I see stuff later on, and it really means the world to me. Okay, so the first card for you number oneers, I'm gonna have to look up. I think I only pulled it once. It is the alligator. If you can see that, alligator. Okay, so let's see. And I opened the book right to it. I love that, love that. Okay, so alligator is about integration. So the alligator's message is, alligator, let me drop my judgments, accepting life with grace, so that forlorn care and worry will vanish from my face. Let me integrate each moment, digesting life with ease, counting all my experiences as equal opportunities. Yeah, this is a beautiful message, you know, and it kind of goes in with what we were talking about yesterday about, you know, healing and forgiveness as well. But what a wonderful, wonderful message right now, especially with the current climate, to, you know, let go of any kind of judgment and you know, and integrate all that's going on around us and kind of chew it up, like chew that glass up, and create a positive opportunity out of this hot mess we have going on our globe right now. Okay, so that's for you number ones. Number two. Sorry, I gotta get better. Oh, hello. Thank you, Aros, for your wonderful encouragement. Hey, Trevor. Trevor's got 4. Okay, so number 2 is the grouse. And the grouse is a bird that does like a swirling dervish type of a dance. And the grouse is all about the spiral and remembering that, you know, a lot of times when we meditate, we're very quiet, we're very still. And again, with like the Native American spirituality, if you think about a powwow and the dance that they do, and they do the circular dance, that's really the grouse medicine. And a spiral is a very spiritual and powerful symbol. And so they're dancing in a spiral. And so sometimes, you know, the best way to get the answers that we need may not be in quiet or, you know, quiet meditation. It might be kicking up your heels and doing some dancing and shaking it and shaking loose and setting that intention to really just spin around like a little kid and to be, you know, remember the innocence of childhood as well. So that's for your number 2s. And number 3 is the snake. And, you know, the snake's been coming up quite a bit lately. And what's really cool about the snake is that it's about transmutation. Okay, and for me, one of the biggest messages of the snake right now is to think about the way that it sheds its skin. And then on a Zoom call last Saturday, Sheena Foster made this wonderful comment about moving forward and moving forward spiritually, moving forward with your goals. When you move yourself up to a next level, like even professionally or what have you, when you shed your skin, she said, what does the snake do when it sheds its skin? What does it do with the skin? It doesn't look back at it. You just let it go and move forward. And so transmutation, right? Huge, powerful changes are happening right now in a lot of people's lives, whether we want it or not. And so the snake is very, very powerful medicine. And kind of giving a new birth to your whole situation and self. So hopefully that's good for you 3s. And then, Trevor, here you go. Number 4 is the skunk. And I mentioned the skunk before because the skunk is different than what you think. It's not stinky. It actually has to do about your reputation and self-respect. And so when in the animal kingdom, when people see the skunk coming, everybody gives it a wide berth, right? Like humans and everybody, because its reputation for being able to spray you with the stinky stuff precedes it. But the skunk actually, so this is about your reputation and doing things that are true to your reputation, being conscious of your reputation and having that reputation grounded in self-respect. And, you know, for me, that's something that I sometimes forget to do. I forget to, you know, make time for myself or respect myself. And so the skunk automatically gets everyone's respect as it respects itself. And also, part of the skunk medicine is to play, to be childlike and play. They have really playful personalities. I had a whole family living under my deck in Colorado at one point. Mom gave birth, and then I had a pond next to the deck. And I didn't know skunks swim, but they thought that was their swimming pool. And they were so cute. And as long as they weren't scared of me, they never sprayed me. They weren't stinky at all, but they were really cute, playful creatures. So number 4, there's your skunk medicine. And here we go. Number 5's butterfly. Butterfly's been coming up a lot. And I think that's just because I'm shaking because I drank too much coffee again, darn it. 1 cup, I'm good. 2 cups, I'm a mess. But the butterfly has that 4 stages of growth, right? The 4 stages of when we have an idea and we're thinking about it would be like, ooh, that's stage 1. Stage 2 would be when we start to set goals on that idea. Stage 3 is when we implement those goals. And then stage 4 is when we are living out and spreading the idea and touching other people with it. And so the butterfly, I think, is just going to keep coming up over and over again because of all of the positive change, all of the change that we have going on. And, you know, change can be uncomfortable. It can be really scary. And the butterfly teaches us to just embrace that and to expect positive change. And, you know, for someone who's lost their loved one, I find, you know, with the medium work that often they, butterflies will show up. It's one of my dad's ways of saying, hey, a certain kind of butterfly shows up, and their butterflies are kind of magical for that, being able to relay those messages from the other side. All right, so, oh, Irene, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Gary. It's hard for me to walk and talk and read all at the same time, I guess, but I'm getting better with it. So, okay, so that's what I've got for you guys. I'll leave you with an empowering statement, and it actually came from the medicine wheel cards this morning, and I drew antelope. And so my empowering statement comes from the antelope medicine, and that is, you are the power. So I am the power. All right, I will leave you with this. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, which means that's Baby Friday. We're getting there. And so take good care, and I will respond to your messages or any questions you have after we jump off. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, thanks.